Hello and welcome to the Yami podcast, hosted by me, the Germ, joined by
Boo. I'm back again with the same intro. Ghosty.
Boo
Keep it guessing.
again.
I don't think I've done that since like the first 3 episodes.
I think you've done it since.
I should have hidden behind the blinds or something. I don't think the microphone cable was long enough though. No,
Also, I
it's
don't
not.
think it would have been a good hiding spot, but you know. Thank you for joining us. Shall we get straight into it?
Let's talk about it. This is the last episode of the season.
Last
Big
episode of
sad.
the season.
But I looked it up and there's 10 seasons,
Mhm.
maybe more.
Yep.
So
10 seasons, 100
definitely
episodes overall.
definitely not the end of this.
Nope.
We've only just begun.
Okay. Whew.
What was the name of the episode this week?
Tormentor.
Yes. Not very memorable.
Thank you for reminding me. I've probably forgot to
Sometimes.
say that other weeks. So your prediction was not even close. No
I
Harry
can't
Potter
remember
to
what
see.
Oh yeah. I think just Harry Potter was on my mind. There might be a kid with glasses. I can't remember. I think there was.
I don't remember if they had glasses. One definitely felt like he had glasses.
That was Harry Potter.
Okay, let's go. Time to step right up and have a look. It's time for Yamabachi. Episode title, Tormentor. We start in a small village with a group of grade school boys peering through binoculars from a treehouse.
Oh, that's a treehouse. I thought it was like a derelict shed.
Yeah,
I think you're right. It's a treehouse.
I can see why you'd say shed. Now that you say it, I could see that. Based on some future, what happens in the future, I think it's a treehouse.
The next image, I think it makes it look more treehouse when you say that.
It does
Yeah.
look more like a treehouse. No glasses.
Ah, dang. All right.
The yellow shirt kid's grandmother heard a tormentor is coming out today, and you're not supposed to look at it. The yellow shirt kid says his grandmother lost a friend to it, then promptly leaves to go to cram school, leaving the white shirt and the black shirt kid. White shirt spots something coming. It's a bunch of adults wearing blindfolds or looking away. But something is behind them dancing? But white shirt just can't see it. Black shirt forcefully takes the binoculars, looks through them, then goes silent. White shirt asks, "Can you see it?"
This scene held for so long.
I know, I
And
skipped
like
by.
where there's no movement in the animation, I was like, what is going on right now?
I kind of skipped by it very quickly.
It was like a solid like 5 seconds of just stillness and silence.
Trying to build up the atmosphere, which you're
So.
ruining. Black shirt doesn't respond and starts to take deep breaths in. The binoculars drop to the ground, and he starts to do the CGI dance.
This episode actually had better animation.
Yeah, like
After that,
overall, it's very
that's
nice.
why they had the 5 second still scene, was to
Saving up
build
the
up
money.
budget for the dance.
Yeah. Later, white shirt goes to black shirt's house to see how he's doing. The father says he can't play with you anymore. He went off to, I don't know, college.
He's in Tokyo. Trust me.
White shirt gets sad his friend left. While looking past the father, he sees black shirt's family is sad, gathering around something. Black shirt's father says in a stern tone, "Don't look!" Then, spotting his son's binoculars, gives them to white shirt, shooing him away. While walking down the long driveway, white shirt thinks he sees black shirt in one of the house's windows. He brings up the binoculars to see more clearly. He spots the father at the front door, yelling something, but he can't hear him. White shirt looks around, not seeing anything, when he spots it. The CGI dance. The end.
Good screenshot series there. I appreciate the effort you put in.
So I don't know if I made it obvious, but the kids that were infected were all CG, and they were doing like a dance.
The more CGI you become, the more infected you are.
It was very subtle where I've written it in here, so I could see why you'd miss it.
More episodes where kids are misbehaving and paying the consequences.
It's true.
That's the general theme. I think that this show was made just to make kids behave.
There's a lot of folk tales like that.
I guess a folktale is generally something you tell a kid to get them to shut up and listen.
And then it's forgotten that it's a folk tale, and then it's believed.
Folktales are the result of lazy parenting.
You need to brush your teeth because there's a cavity monster.
Kids can't understand basic needs.
No.
They need motivations of fear.
A devil will come and pull out your teeth.
I really like the scene. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You like the scene?
I really like the scene at the end where he's looking through the binoculars.
Oh, here, let me back up a little bit. We'll take
And
a
you
look.
don't know like where like you know something's gonna happen. You're like, oh, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be here, and you're kind of
so
like
it's kinda
stuck
like
in the view.
This one he's looking at the father, and this one he's looking at the house, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. That was cool.
Yeah. And he's like looking all around. I assume that would be easy to do. You just make the house once, and then put the camera
like pan the camera around.
Yeah. We never, if I remember correctly, we don't really see too much CGI in the future. I think they were experimenting with it here.
Maybe, yeah. I can't think of any other episode that has 3D.
None before. And I don't remember many after.
It seems like a lot of work compared to their average animation style where they pretty much just draw one frame and then move characters in it statically.
That's true. Yeah, like and this
weird.
And CGI is not the same as it is now. This was 10 years ago. There'd still be
Maybe
a lot.
It's like the last episode of their first season, so they wanted to like go out with a bang and try again next season or something.
They might have had extra money, or someone wanted to put some extra time in.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it was fun though. Do the CGI dance.
Yeah, you don't get to see it that clearly, but yeah, it was cool. It looks very unsettling compared to the rest of the animation.
Honestly, yeah. So I wanted to point this out. The yellow shirt kid, he gets off scot-free, even though he's the one who told him about it.
You know why? Because he was being a good kid and going to cram school. That's the lesson.
He was being a bad kid and telling them about the Tormentor.
Well, he said not to look, to be fair. He didn't say get out the binoculars. Let's check this out.
He's the one who set them up. Come on. He's just as guilty.
I guess so.
Do you think what was his face from that movie, the dancing movie?
That literally describes so many movies.
The one where he goes to the town, dancing is illegal, and
Dirty Dancing, Kevin Bacon?
Maybe where he gets all the teenagers to dance?
Something like that. Maybe he was one of these guys.
Yeah, maybe he's in the background in the forest or something. There was one thing I want to bring up, but is there anything you wanted to say first?
No, go for it.
So, have you ever heard of the dance outbreak in real life?
Yes, actually, I have heard of this.
Yeah. The dancing plague of 1518. It actually happened a few times.
I can't remember why, though.
So we don't know exactly.
Thing?
There's a few different theories. Do I have the words next? Yes. Let me just scan through this right quickly. But there's a few different theories on why it happened. I don't know if it's in this text because I'm too lazy to go through it all. But some people think it was a fungus in the wheat. Some people think like these outbreaks tended to happen when a lot of stress was going on, like very strict kings or wars and stuff. So people think maybe it caused people to have a kind of a mini mental breakdown, and then that resulted in dancing.
This doesn't have an explanation in it, by the way. I read the whole thing. It's just
Okay.
like this telling you about the events.
We really don't know what actually happened. But
Maybe is the original
basically,
TikTok trend.
yeah, basically like whole. Well, I shouldn't exaggerate. Like whole villages would just be out dancing until people like fell down from exhaustion.
Well, this claims that as many as 400 people caught this
I didn't want
dance
to say
epidemic. So that could be
country.
a whole village in this time. No,
Yeah, it
not all.
did spread
Only
outside
400.
one village, but I didn't want to try to exaggerate and say like an entire country was just dancing.
Dancing till they died.
So I doubt this has anything to do with it, but I just thought this was a nice little antidote, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of similar.
Yeah. And it's happened several times in history, so who knows? Anything else you'd like to say about the episode? And if not, shall we move on to the comments?
Yeah, let's see what people are saying about this one. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of puns about dancing.
You can have the first one here.
All right. Rito to Ru said, Taichi just wants to give him a good hug. A hug goodbye. I can't read. Before he goes to Tokyo. There's clearly nothing wrong here.
And he's right. Or she. They're right.
Maybe don't run up on your friend like that, though.
And don't be CG. The next one is by Dragon. I'm gonna say Slayer. So that's
SLGXV-0002. Gotta help you out with that one. That was a hard one. I'm glad you didn't give that one to me.
That's 15. 10, then 5. That's 15.
Now, you think they got Roman numerals just thrown in there? I don't know. I think it just looks cool.
It does look cool. I think the lesson is nothing good ever comes from using binoculars. You either look suspicious with them or you see something you shouldn't have. You know, this person's right. Never use binoculars for any reason.
Binoculars are a cursed invention. The telescope, pervert invention.
You can't tell me otherwise. Spying on them aliens.
All right, Kenji4861 has the same profile picture on Crunchyroll as I do. And they say, Tai-chan saw a dance that was so beautiful through the binoculars. He went home and told his family he's going to become a dancer. His family was so disappointed and said they are returning to Tokyo when they get to see the inspiring dance.
I like this headcanon. It's really good.
Maybe, yeah. This is like your Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon's in the background. We just didn't see him, you know? Okay, the next one is by Suko J. Are your kids doing it?
XD.
You know if your kids are dirty dancing?
It's like indicating something above it. Master Conquest says, you don't give a boy a pair of binoculars and not expect him to use them. I call this flawed logic and unreasonable.
So he's talking about
unreasonable.
Yeah, he's talking about the last scene where the dad gives him the binoculars.
Like, the dad didn't expect the kid was going to like run outside at him. And also, it didn't matter if he was using the binoculars. The kid was running up on him.
Yes, but I think he still has a good point.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, the kid would have run up on him no matter what, even if he wasn't using binoculars.
Would he have stopped though? He didn't hear the father. He couldn't hear the father. Maybe he wouldn't have turned around.
But then the guy just would have ran up behind him.
Maybe. Who knows? So Masuya Azugri says, kind of remind me of Kun Kun, people who look something strange and end up becoming crazy. Still creepy. Overall, this anime, 8 out of 10. So I went to look to see what they were talking about.
Yo, it's a Kun Kun.
And here's what it is. It's a Kun Kun is an antagonist found in Japanese folklore. It appears mainly in rice paddies, and If more information about them than what is visible, such as its appearance, is learned, it destroys the mind of the person who sees it, causes permanent
Damn,
insanity.
this person came with some cool facts
Yeah, this was from
and knowledge on us.
villainsfandom.com. The
That's a
more of
high
the
quality
information.
forum, then.
Yeah,
This is cool.
yeah, I love that idea. It's cool, right?
Hmm. Shout out whatever that person's name was.
Oh, here I'll
That
go
was cool.
backwards to show their name because it was kind of hard to say.
Mayu
Mazu,
Asagiri. Mayu Asagiri. Cool.
and that's the last comment. Uh, I actually want to talk about one more thing before we get to themes and metaphors.
Sure.
Do you think it spreads by one kid seeing another kid dance? Like, is that the
It wasn't
headcanon?
clear if the initial person was a kid or not,
He was shorter.
but it's very possible.
I think I have a picture of like when he's trying to see him in the binoculars.
I
Let's
don't
go.
think the parents would have been wearing the eye blockers if it only spread to kids.
Yeah, see, they're blindfolded here.
It could be a kid, though. That's definitely true. He
Yeah, it's not
stanced
clear
up
enough.
back there.
So I think in this image, there's a blindfolded priest and then two people behind him holding something. It's short enough to be a kid.
There's two police with like their hats pulled down so
Yep,
they
they
can't
pulled
see.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the person behind the priest, it is short enough to be a kid.
Yeah, it's unclear. But yeah, it
Yeah.
seems possible.
It could just be a very short person.
It's true. You never know.
So shall we get the themes and metaphors?
Yeah, let's go straight through to that, I guess. Beyond kind of the basics of listen to your parents, which is every single episode. One thing I find kind of interesting here, and it's in the picture that you're showing right now,
Perfect.
is that all the parents know what's going on. It's like a widely known thing. It's just the kids don't understand. So there's even like symbols of authority, like the police here, that are aware of this dancing disease. And it's just like a known thing, even though it's like this weird paranormal kind of phenomena. But the kids should trust the adults to deal with it
That's
and not
very
interfere.
interesting. I like that. Very deep.
I just had the idea right now when you pulled up that slide.
I had some kind of disease outbreak.
That's true. This is kind of like a be careful of pandemic type of story.
And
If you see a sick kid, don't go over and hang out around them.
Instead of covering the mouth, they're covering the eyes. Like,
that's accurate too, actually.
yeah. I think we have some very good themes and metaphors going on here.
Yeah, I like that. This is a lesson about not playing with your friends when they're sick.
A lot deeper than don't look into the toilet.
Debatable. That could get you sick too.
It could get you sick. Would you like to say your score first, or would you like my score?
I think I went first last week, maybe. So
Yeah, I
let's go with
think you
you.
went first last week. My score was 7.
I'm
I
hitting
thought it
this
was a lot of
baby
fun.
with a 10.
Wow, you love this episode.
It's good, but I want to hear your justification for a 7.
I just thought it was a very strong episode, but like, it wasn't like a proper monster, so it wasn't like I didn't find it as deep as it could be.
I guess I didn't find it that deep. What I enjoyed more so about this was just that it was different, right? It had these like cool binocular angles to like force your perspective. Had the 3D animation, which was like an extra touch. It had weird suspense moments where they hang on the same shot for 5 seconds and say nothing.
I would actually say the CGI shots actually took me more out of it than anything.
Yeah, I didn't find them as jarring. Usually I dislike CGI, but in this case, I thought it was good because it was supposed to be otherworldly.
It does work more better than other shows, but I still was too distracting for me to give it like a 10 out of 10 for me personally.
That's fair. That's fair.
Any guess where it lands?
Probably like top 3.
You are
So
right, it
number
is in top 3, but do you think it's 1, 2, or 3?
2. I think it's 2.
You nailed it. It tied for 2.
Nice.
Uh,
Wait, what have we got at number 1?
I want to keep that a secret till next week. I think if people are paying attention, they'll know. But I'm going to keep it a
Man,
secret.
that would be dedication to know that.
So next week we'll do a season recap to see if how well we remember the episode, where our rankings lie, if we want to change anything. Yeah, should be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Change things up.
And then we'll get to season 2 the week after that.
And so on continues our slog.
Thank you so much for joining me, Ghosty.
It's been a pleasure. Next
Thank
time,
you.
Germ.
Sorry.
Next time, Germ.
Thank you and thank you anyone who joined us. Thank you so much for being you. And we'll catch you in the season recap.